What's going on, everybody? This is Sean of Raw Select Music, and I am back with the very first recent record pickups video for 2019. Picked up a whole bunch of goodies. I haven't really been buying that many records as of late because I'm in the process of saving up for a new DJ mixer, which hopefully I'll be able to get within the next month or so. And when I do, I'll definitely share it with you guys on this YouTube channel and give you my thoughts and opinions on that. So I'm not going to get into a real long-winded introduction today. I'm just going to get into these records and share some of the goodies that I picked up recently. And if you like anything that you saw in this video, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, because I am in desperate need for your approval on everything that I do on this channel. So with that little plea for attention out of the way, let's get into these guys. All right, kicking things off, I've got a brand new Phonte 45 from Big Crown Records. Don't know a whole lot about these guys. This is Cool and Together, and I bought it because of this track right here, Sitting on a Red Hot Stove, which is just some real chunky funk. Really like the drums on this. I just really like the hard-hittingness of it. And this is one of the better Phonte 45s that I've picked up recently. And if you haven't checked this out, grab this 45 and also look out, because Cool and Together actually have a compilation that collects all of their other work, and you might want to pick that one up as well. I've been thinking about grabbing it in the not too distant future myself. All right, next up we got this guy right here, The Edge, David McCallum. The main reason that I picked this up is the track The Edge, which within mere seconds of hearing it, you're gonna know exactly what it is. So I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna leave a link down in my WordPress, link for my WordPress and Steemit blog, where I post all the audio links for all the records that I talk about, whether it be it a review or a recent record pickups video. Head over to WordPress or Steemit, because that's where I post the audio links so you can check out records like this. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one a little bit of a mystery, but yeah, the record heads definitely know what this is. All right, getting into LPs, I picked this one up recently. This is 14KT, The Golden Hour. I'd heard really good things about it. I'm a big fan of 14KT. He's one of my favorite hip-hop producers, and apparently he's got an album coming out on First Word Records this year, and that's probably one of the very first highly anticipated records of 2019. I've listened to this record quite a bit. I really dig it. I think 14KT really goes above and beyond just being a beat maker, and really just shows off his sort of musical and compositional chops on this record. There's some phenomenal beats on here as well. Definitely some stuff that'll snap your neck. But there's also just some really creative and very musical moments on this record. I really can't wait to dive into this guy and give you a full-fledged review on it. The overall impressions I've gotten from this record, you know, over the time that I've listened to it, I really like this guy. And comes with a little bonus 45, which is always awesome. One minor complaint I do have about this record, though, is the colored vinyl makes it really difficult to pick out individual tracks. So especially if I want to DJ with this record, it's become kind of a challenge to use it, and which is a real shame, because I know I'm gonna want to play stuff from here. But being able to find the track between the translucent orange color and the grooves for the individual tracks are really hard to see. It's a small complaint, and it doesn't take away from the fact that this is an awesome album. I love this record, and definitely check this guy out. All right, next up, we got this guy. This is Phonte, No News is Good News. I really like this record. This is easily one of the best hip-hop records that I've heard in a long time. It really seems like Phonte is one of the best examples of how to grow old, for lack of a better way of saying it, in hip-hop, because he really shows off a sense of maturity, not only with the lyrical topics on here, but just in his general attitude. There's something about this record that's so unique compared to a lot of modern hip-hop from artists that have been around for a long time. And I'm really liking the variety of beats on here. The fact that Tall Black Guy makes an appearance on here, as well as Illingsworth, who have two of the biggest highlight tracks on here. On top of the other tracks on here, there's beats by DJ Harrison and Marco Polo. Marco Polo does the beat for the absolutely excellent So Help Me God, and that's an absolute banger of a track. And I gotta say, overall impressions of this record, really solid. I'm so sorry that it took me so long to pick this one up, but I was holding out for the vinyl to finally come out in Japan. Finally got my hands on it, and I'm really happy that I grabbed this. All right, next up we got my first Japanese record of 2019. This is Hubba Bubba Babel tape featuring Yotaro and Armu, or Are-you? I'm still not entirely sure how his name is pronounced. And these guys make some really hazy, mellow, instrumental hip-hop. I'm really glad that I picked this one up. I really like the beats on here. I think these guys are a perfect match for each other. Yotaro seems to go for more the dusty side of hip-hop, and Armu too really adds a lot of like synths and keys to really give it a much more live feel to it, to keep it from just being too static or too loop oriented. Yeah, the overall solid beats on here. Real nice mellow listen. I really enjoy this record, and if you haven't checked this one out, give this guy a listen. Next up, we got this record from Mansur Brown Shiroi, all released on Black Focus Records, which is Kamal Williams' record label. I really like the sound on this. I really like Mansur's mixing a whole bunch of different genres and not really settling for one sound, and mixing in his really funky and soulful guitar playing with the sounds of like funk and jazz and electronic music. It's a really varied listen, and much like the Rejoicer record, I find that it's really hard to sort of pin it to one sound. And I'm really looking forward to doing a review on this guy, and highly recommend that you check this one out if you haven't listened to it. Alright, then last up, we got a record that I actually picked up at the beginning of January, and I just haven't had a chance to talk about it. And that's this guy right here. This is Those Shocking Shaking Days, Indonesian Hard Psychedelic Progressive Rock and Funk, 1970 to 1978. This is a record that I've been keeping my eyes on for quite some time, because I just had this feeling that this was gonna be some really psychedelic funky shit, and that's exactly what I got from it. It's not only pretty rock and funk heavy, but it's also got some really cool psychedelic tracks on it, and good music is all over this 3 LP. I think it's over 70 minutes long, and this is easily one of the finest compilations from Now Again Records. If you can still get your hands on it, it might be out of print. This is one of the essential Now Again Records compilations. I highly recommend that everybody run out and grab this one. This is definitely a record I can't wait to do a deep dive into and really talk more about this guy in the future on this channel. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thanks as always for watching. If you've listened to any of the records in this video, let me know what you thought about them down in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. If you want to check out any of the records that I talked about, please head over to my WordPress or Steemit blog, because that's where I post the audio links so you can check it out for yourself. And please head over to my Mixcloud, because that's where you can check out Raw Select Radio, where I play music like the records that I just talked about, as well as some of the other records in my collection, trying to give you the biggest overview of all the different types of music that I listen to. Please also look out for, in the future, I recently did a full-on straight-up podcast with a friend of mine talking about our top 5 favorite songs of 2018. It's been long overdue, but we finally finished it. It's finally recorded. I'm just waiting on a few more things, and then it will be uploaded. That will also be over at my Mixcloud for your listening enjoyment. Links for everything, as always, are down in the description, so go check that out. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thanks as always for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, peace out!